trillion relief bill. By the end of the week, nearly 80 million Americans will receive a total of $147 billion. And from what the Secretary of the Treasury tells me, it's very much on time and going very nicely. He'll be speaking in a moment. In payments, these payments go directly into the banks and the bank accounts of these people. Millions of additional payments will follow. The typical family of four will receive $3,400. That's for a family of four. That's something. Additionally, through our Paycheck Protection Program, which is a tremendous success, and they should extend it and increase it. This has been a tremendous success. So successful that the banks are taking a little bit longer to distribute the money, but it's going rapidly. We've now processed over $200 billion in loans to help small businesses retain their workers. Now we urgently need lawmakers to set aside the partisan agendas and to replenish this program with new funds, because it's really something that has been an incredible success, and they need more money to keep it going, to take care of these businesses and keep them open. I want to thank the many governors, health professionals, scientists, and business leaders for their incredible hard work and input over the past month, and even long beyond a month, Mike, I would say. You know, we've been working together with a lot of them for, it seems like, forever. I've been having many discussions with my team and top experts, and we're very close to completing a plan to open our country, hopefully even ahead of schedule. And that's so important. We will soon finalize new and very important guidelines to give governors the information they need to start safely opening their states. My administration's plan and corresponding guidelines will give the American people the confidence they need to begin returning to normal life. That's what we want. We want to have our country open. We want to return to normal life. Our country's going to be open, and it's going to be successfully opened. And we'll be explaining over a very short number of days exactly what is going to be. We've also, as you probably heard, developed a committee. We're actually calling it a number of committees with the most prominent people in the country, the most successful people in the various fields, and we'll be announcing them tomorrow. This weekend, the United States also helped facilitate an unprecedented agreement among the 23 nations of OPEC+. That's OPEC+ additional energy-producing nations, representing many of the world's largest oil-producing countries, to stabilize oil markets. And we have, in fact, and I think you've seen a big stabilization over the last couple of days. Together, countries around the world will cut oil production by approximately 20 million barrels. People are saying 10 million, but we think that the number that they'll actually hit is going to be closer to 20 million barrels a day, and that will help a lot with saving jobs all over Texas and Oklahoma and North Dakota and many of other of our big energy states. This historic action will help nearly 11 million American workers who are supported by the U.S. oil and gas industry. It's a very monumental agreement. I want to thank Saudi Arabia and the King of Saudi Arabia, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, both. I want to thank President Putin of Russia, and I want to thank a very good friend of mine, man who's become a friend of mine. The President of Mexico showed great flexibility, President Lopez Obrador. He showed great flexibility and tremendous intelligence doing what he did. It was not that easy for him, and I want to thank Mexico and the President. This is a very historic deal, very historic, so we'll see how it all goes. In this time and challenge, and we are certainly in a time probably like we haven't been in many, many decades. We are strengthened and sustained by the bonds of love and loyalty that unite all Americans. I'm so proud of the American people. Everywhere you look, you see the patriotism of our people shining through, and the courage of our doctors and nurses on the front lines, in the dedication of our food supply workers, and in the commitment of every citizen to achieving victory over the virus. That's what's going to happen. It's going to happen sooner than people think, and we're going to be smart about it, very, very smart about it. We're going to be safe about it. We're going to be listening also to the great doctors and medical professionals. Together, we're beating back the invisible enemy, and we're paving the way for great resurgence, really a great resurgence for American prosperity. Our country wants to go back. They want to go back to work. They're going to go back safely, and that's what we want. I'd like now to ask Vice President Pence to say a few words, followed by Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx, I think before we do this, because I know there's an emergency where they want Steve to come. So what I'll do is I'll ask Steve to come up, Secretary of the Treasury. You can talk a little bit and then maybe take a couple of questions about what's happening. Tell them the success we're having. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I don't think I'm the only person that noticed that Donald Trump isn't talking. Did anybody else notice that Donald Trump isn't talking? I had a little eureka. I just noticed. I noticed that they stereotype how the fuck the White House gets down and think that the president isn't as valuable as keeping his voice on who's president. So I just was looking and I noticed Donald Trump's mouth is moving like a goddamn bad film movie. I was like, wait a minute. Donald's not talking over there. I was flabbergasted when I saw, I was just watching him live and saw Donald was not talking over there. Donald wasn't talking over there. He was being security for the president's voice. Now, I thought, well, I do have a vague memory that Donald was the vice president.
Yeah, what do you want?
And now he's in the president spot. Because when he was the vice president, the president still talked for the vice president. And the vice president talked for the president. So, you know, this is in the fog of voids of after something's been in tranquility of how it's been rolling so long in that void, bullshit pop up. I just had a brain fart and was like, oh my gosh, Donald is not talking over there. Not like it changed, but so, you know, I feel this big volume from me just speaking in general with a statement to show you how much disrespect the real president is getting while Donald Trump is being security over his voice. Like some Legend of Zelda shit, you feel me? Out loud subtitles. So you know, you know, usually if something doesn't sit a certain way, it doesn't just ocean web and ebb into a cup and sit right, okay? Usually when something's a good what if, it echoes out of all the possibilities that it could be. Instead, it just filled up the motherfucking cup. And I was like, I need to go live. I had to say this because y'all didn't motherfucking vote for somebody that you didn't know who was talking. So y'all can throw y'all little, ooh, yeah, we knew he wasn't talking, so we was voting for the one that's really talking, and all other excuses, but I noticed Donald Trump wasn't talking. You feel me? Let me cadence talk since I noticed Donald Trump wasn't talking. You feel me? Now let's talk about the whole spacious of the person they point out. So I'm blurting out Donald's not talking, read all about it. You feel me? You feel me? This slick should make me rich to the news reporters, but it's nothing new. Donald, it's not talking. Everybody already knew Donald wasn't talking. It wasn't like, oh, he's reading a script. No, he's not talking. He's up on the podium, moving his mouth. You feel me? I'm waiting for to hear something in the volume be like, I'll pay you $1 billion to explain more how you know that. But everybody already knows. So I'm trying to figure out why are they attacking Donald and he's not talking? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why do they know? You from after reading about it doesn't happen. The next question is, why do they know that Donald Trump is not talking, but they're attacking Donald Trump? The synchronicity in it all is all. First of all, the president has to be a goddamn leader of the military. So, and the vice president, the next in command. While the other people have the position if they were the Leatherman. So, I'm trying to figure out I had 2 views, okay, confirming they understand. So it's more like Donald wasn't talking up there. He was being an agency of the United States away from America. So the other, if whoever's ignorant to that, what is it, donkey and what? From the Black House to the White House. So it's like he's speaking for wait a minute, he's not. I just noticed Donald was not talking You feel me? And I'm saying he's not talking. It's the truth. I'm not hearing the world in a whole. Someone just said some shit that we can bring up to Donald Trump. Let's try to decipher it. Like, that's what usually happens when someone says something out loud. Like, say you saw a celebrity, you feel me? Other people will try to decipher what that person saw on that celebrity that wasn't what was all facts. So we've been moving like Donald was talking, and so really it's a minority of people moving like Donald is talking. That's all that really means. So now, will Donald talk somewhere? No one read all about it? So now, I did a rhetorical question video about, like, if a president time travels, does it still make them the president? And the thing is, it is, because, you know, if they don't respect him when he time travels, that just code reds the president, because every president cycles in. You feel me? And then when it becomes to you feel me, just who wants to vote for who, and y'all chose to vote for the vice president having which president as a voice? Donald doesn't talk. You feel me? I'm just flabbergasted that no one else is flabbergasted that he's not. Like, it's not like I'm saying he's not. You can see he confirmed it's everything he would say, but it's not him talking. So I guess that's how it's finessed, because it sounds like something he would say. So that shows you how advanced the White House and the agencies are. Donald's not talking over there. He's just being security ready to use the new technology that came out and zap someone for acting like he's talking. Because that's what really made me know. I was like, what? Wait a minute. And then while he's like, I'm not up here talking, every budget like, I told you I will use it. So Donald's not talking. Where's Donald talking at? Where's Donald? Donald's not talking. And it's not going viral how I thought it would. Y'all like, people like, oh, we been knew that. I'm like, y'all been knew that? What the fuck is, why is Donald got this big heat wave? Donald got this big ass heat wave. Like he's the one talking. And I'm like, if everybody know Donald wasn't talking, because what the situation really is y'all camouflaging the issue with if Donald was talking. So if you erase Donald's not talking and put to mind who really is talking, the situation is handled very great. as we listen to fear. You feel me? So if you look at Donald's talking, then you got this whole yellow page of bullshit that Donald's not listening to. But if you erase if you see Donald is not talking, then it's like, okay, so why are we blaming Donald? And he's being the security. And then you be like, okay, people is jealous of who's really talking. So to get basketball and everything back on, all we have to do is tell the people Donald is not talking. That's all propaganda is. We're going through this. It's Donald's fault. I'm like, what is he? Does he got a superhero he controlling or some shit? Like, how's it Donald's fault and he's not talking? You feel me? Just listen to the thing. I'm just trying to talk about how he's not talking. You feel me? Let me talk about any other subject. It ain't gonna be thing like this. So this is how you know the only problem right now is they're saying Donald hasn't started nothing. But then you be like, well, Donald's not talking. So look at the person and see if they, oh yeah, been done. Oh, well then the situation is Donald is not talking. You can't go up to Donald and be like, Donald, these people died. And then let the president talk and be like, you're giving false information. And the president be like, you're giving false information. Then you be like, well, Donald. It's like, you're giving false information. Why did people die? Because they attacked Donald? You can't say they attacked Donald, they died by the coronavirus. That doesn't make sense. If you say they died by the coronavirus, because the whole thing is, everything people is saying is, y'all know what is up. That's what everything is getting said. Y'all know what's up. So if I say this and y'all didn't handle it, you feel me? It's the dum dum dum. So they say this shit, but Donald's not talking. So they're looking at Donald and saying Donald watched the president's back, and then they're saying, Donald, when are you gonna do this? And it's like, what is you talking about? Donald is not talking. Listen to the president and see if they did it, because he's been talking like that. So y'all know who y'all voted for. So I'm just really shocked at how everybody knows Donald's not talking. Hold on, let me see. Well, they know Donald's not talking. That dude that was talking knew Donald wasn't. So, people are trying to put the second tier president in a mirage because of how much work the president is doing. That's all that means, because no one's talking shit. They tried to impeach him because they couldn't talk to. They was trying to impeach. Oh my. They was trying to impeach. So they knew Donald wasn't talking. But they don't know nothing about Donald. So they voted. This is what happened. This is what happened in the White House. They voted for Donald because they knew Donald wasn't talking. And then, since they don't know nothing about Donald, they just know Donald knows how to discharge debt. They made this fake fantasy in their mind that Donald was giving them cadences to impeach the voice that's talking for Donald. Because they thought they was about to finesse. Because the power that the person talking for Donald would, so it's just the presidency was just a what's them shit's called? A ribbon, a button on the person talking for Donald, you feel me? So what happened was they was mad that the person that's talking for Donald is more powerful without being in the White House. So being in the White House is just like a button, you feel me? Being called the president is just like a button. So they made this whole facade saying Donald wants to impeach his voice because it's not his voice. And really they was just mad because Donald only talks through. And so they made this whole gig that Donald quietly wants you impeached. So once again, they try to put Donald in a mirage. And he's been doing a great job as security, because I've been trying to figure out what the fuck they be talking about, like fuck Donald. I be like, Donald's doing a great ass job. Michelle actually, you feel me? It really proved what Donald's doing proves Michelle had all the great ideas. You feel me? Because there's no gas for that guy that's so-called Obama no more. You feel me? But there's still a gas for Michelle. So that shows you Michelle was doing all the work and stayed out of the picture. And Donald has been just showing how rich he is, but for the community. So his intelligent richness is proof that he became the president without talking. That's called intelligently rich. And the thing about it is, he didn't intelligently finesse somebody. He did it and then took on the responsibility. And then since they can't get his right-hand man, you feel me? Since they can't get his right-hand man, they talked about impeaching him. But guess what? His right-hand man, y'all go read about it. Y'all read about it now. His right-hand man revoked the impeachment and said, if you walk like you're still going to try, you're going to see how advanced the White House is. And I'm just flabbergasted at how everybody knows Donald is not talking but me. You feel me? I don't care about none of that stupid shit. I'm not irresponsible. So yeah, if Donald is not talking. Hold on, let me see if Donald's back up there.
Yeah, I would say by the end of the week, I'm going to make a decision. There's a lot of things happening.
China? Why are there no consequences for China for the misinformation
How do you know
that
there
they
are no
share?
consequences?
We've been asked it.
How do you know there are
Stop trying to speak to the security
China will find
and
out.
talk to the president nicknamed Donald.
You started off by saying, why are there no consequences?
Why are there no
How do
consequences
you
for
know
China?
there are no consequences? You're going to find out. I wouldn't tell you.
It wasn't an
You're probably the
ultimatum.
last person on earth, I think.
All I was
Go ahead.
saying was,
Yeah, please.
if you're going to waste your time, don't say you didn't waste your time.
The president's statement and his understanding of federalism, that his power is total, right, in the way that he described it. Is there anything you'd like to add, or in context you'd like to add to the way he was discussing that?
I support the President's leadership under the National Emergency Declaration of the Senate.
Donald is not talking, y'all. I know Donald's cool as fuck, but tell me why there's this vibe like the White House is just another house or some shit. He is cool as fuck. That guy must be cool as fuck. Oh my goodness. What the fuck is y'all talking about then? Y'all don't be making sense, bruh. That is amazing. I know y'all want life like Flintstones when it's Jetsons and shit, but I think the Flintstones was the Black House. Yeah, the Jetsons the White House, Flintstones the Black House. Y'all know there's more than one, you know. Donald wasn't talking over there. I was just watching him live and he wasn't talking. I know y'all want life to be like the Flintstones over the Jetsons or vice versa, but 1 + 1 = 2. I don't. You feel me? That's not funny to joke with someone with that much responsibility, because it's nowhere on his face saying that he didn't just finesse in with someone else's voice. His whole face is saying he's bringing in a dude that I feel is very conglomerate. Now I gotta look the word out how stupid somebody. Conglomerate. Oh shit. Did y'all just notice that big switch of how much knowledge I have more of in people's heads? What the fuck? So yeah, I know Donald Trump did not finesse in. He spoke off of silence of telling people, the person that is speaking for me as I be they shooter, pow pow, Republican. I feel like is a conglomerate and people listening that don't know how to use that word in a statement, I'm not about to help them, so they get agitated. So that being said, we have two presidents y'all. One that goes on the podium and let the president in the street talk, and one that just explains how the White House is going and how people are not appreciate. Donald Trump is not talking. You feel me? I need niggas to change their whole fucking vibes of approaching me. For real. Donald isn't talking. Donald isn't talking. You feel me? Donald isn't talking and got hate from not talking. Like, damn. Niggas don't talk about shit. What? And they try to waste Donald's time. Donald, what do you think about the coronavirus? Well, I want to handle it as soon as possible. I'm exhausting all resources. So if we got rid of it in the past fast, that's the first thing I would like to use. So 10 times out of 10, we did use it, and now we are booting everybody that's still trying to talk about a coronavirus. Because if I want to exhaust all resources, and news reporters are like, oh, I remember hearing about the coronavirus before, that means one of our resources, because we got more powerful resources than someone's ear to ear, has gotten rid of coronavirus, and we're waiting to boot everybody acting like we didn't. That's all coronavirus is now. You feel me? If it's been cured before, and listening to these reporters talk about deaths and Donald say those are false reports, and then they echo like, yeah, come at this point with me. I'm just shocked Donald's not talking, and they disrespecting the Queen Guard for the president. Hold on, let me see some
readiness in the region. What kind of responses are you thinking of? Will you have a response to this action?
China has their own difficulties. We have a relationship with China that we're not happy with certain things that happened over the last period of time, as you know. We're very explicit on that, but we know all about that, and now China is, we've seen what they did.
Oh my God. They all know it, and they shut the fuck up.
You said that you were putting together the economic task force, and that you thought that the recommendations were happening earlier than expected. Did you mean to suggest that it could be before May 1st that you start recommending?
I don't want to say that, but we're going to be...
Are y'all speaking slang or some shit? What the fuck is y'all talking about?
In a few days.
Rolling out that it would be before.
I'm not going to say, but look, certain states are doing very well. Certain big parts of the country are doing very well. They're doing really very well. And so we're going to be putting out recommendations and guidelines very soon, Steve.
Your guidelines being
Wait a minute, y'all. Donald is not talking. So who just said y'all can get a check? Oh my God, the president talking for Donald and vice versa said y'all can get a check. I had to just cut that off for a moment because y'all get off Donald's back. Like y'all is still talking to the he's telling you talk to the president. He's not saying ignore that energy. He's saying I'm security and the president, but the president is talking. Talk to the voice. So let's try this again.
Discuss current issues of ensuring strategic security. That wasn't referred to in the White House readout.
Stop talking to security.
China, we discussed
It's not hard.
different things, but it was primarily a call on the oil, as you can imagine. And they were very helpful in getting.
Donald's main reason is to explain telepathy's real.
The number's going to be closer to
If someone does a great job of showing the community is there, he will let them voice how he's doing a great job and y'all not listening.
OPEC Plus. It's called OPEC Plus because they're
So he's saying listen to the community,
we came to a very good
listen to the president, and stop joking with me.
About strategic security. Was that
I would say mostly we were talking about China. We were talking about their.
I'm not a 2-year-old. I am not in my single digits. I'm over decades. And y'all are giving me
Really, it was very complex from the standpoint of Mexico. It was
a
not an easy-
single digits maturity on my level questions.
We talked about borders. We talked about China. Talked about Mexico. But well, I mean,
Like you're trying to joke with me being that mature at a young age.
that was a very important part of the call, actually. Yeah, good point. Please.
So on Abbott Labs, you said testing is going great. We know that these machines have been sent to some of the governors, but some of them are saying they don't have the materials to actually conduct.
Well, they have to get the
tests.
material. You know, the governors have to get the material. Now, if they can't get it, they're going to see us. I'm talking about the local governments. I'm talking about governors have to get the material. Now, they have machines. In fact, we're going to go and I asked Mike to go into it as soon as I leave. They have very powerful machines that they don't know they even have. I'm not talking about Abbott. I'm talking about the governors. They have machines that are used for this. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm referring to. Very big, very powerful.
This is amazing, y'all.
Where in a certain state's case,
Y'all know Donald's not talking.
and they didn't know it. That happens to be Illinois. John, please.
He's not about to mother y'all. Like, don't wait for him and who's talking to do amazing things and then you just talk about how you enjoyed the playground. What the fuck?
Rapidly,
Now this would look like a survey on how the playground is.
pretty quickly. Well, you have other machines where they can really work. And a lot of the states have the big machines that can do
Oh
it.
my
They didn't even know they
goodness.
had 'em. They didn't even know that they had them. And Mike is going to be talking about that.
remember you mentioned several weeks ago
Whoa.
that website where they would handle the driving
Google
testing.
and Apple.
Have you
Give me
given up
Google
on
and
it?
Apple. A
Whoa.
lot of people don't like it from the standpoint of constitutional rights. I mean, a lot of people don't like it, and some people think it's great. No, they are working on that, as I understand.
Testing website. Remember you said a
Yeah, no, I know
website
that.
for
I know
Google,
that.
and,
I know.
and it's only operating at
Talk to the president.
right now.
No, Google's looking at it, but Google is also working with Apple or looking at something. We have the greatest companies in the world looking at things that in a year from now, everything that we're looking at now is going to be obsolete. That's how good it is. We have things happening that are unbelievable. I saw a presentation today that I can't talk about yet, but it's incredible. Plus, I think they're doing, Tony, I think they're doing very well on the vaccines. They're working hard on the vaccines, and I think you'll have an answer for vaccines. I believe that there's some great things coming out with respect to that. Now, you need a testing period, but you're going to have some great things. Please.
Sir, on the contact tracing that Google and Apple are doing, so different subject on the contact.
No, this is the Google and Apple. I don't know if it's a partnership or what, but they're working on some. They're working on more than one element. They're working on a couple of different things. Google and Apple. Google is also working on something, as you know, having to do with testing. I believe they're doing that in a singular fashion.
So my question is not about the drive-through testing website, not that.
Okay.
On Google and Apple's contact tracing, that they want to, they've got this process now where they can, contact tracing on your phone. If you opt in, you can be alerted if you've been in contact with someone with coronavirus. How do you feel about
Well,
that?
it's an amazing thing, but a lot of people have some very big constitutional problems with it. You know that. It's an amazing thing, and it would be actually, as you know, other countries are thinking about using something similar, but not as good.
What countries are thinking about something?
I hear Singapore is. Singapore had a little bit of a setback because they had a break, but they'll take care of it. I know the folks in Singapore, they're doing a great job, and they're going to put it back very quickly. But Singapore and other countries are looking at other things, and some countries are doing other things.
Prefer that Americans use some
Well, I
other
don't want to get
Listen,
into that because we have a whole
the
constitution.
more y'all
We have
know,
more of a constitutional problem than a
the
legislative
less
problem. But
he
we'll make a
elaborates.
determination on that.
The
It's
less
something
y'all
we'll be
know,
discussing with
the
a lot of people
more
over the next 4
he
weeks.
explains.
That would be a very accurate way of doing
So
it,
he
but
wouldn't be
we have a
saying
problem with it, yeah.
this and that if y'all didn't have the whole cadence of what's going on.
It's moving along. I think I can speak because I have to leave. Moving along quickly, moving along well. It's a test that's been going along for many, many years, except now we have very modern, very incredible versions of it. But that's moving along. The antibody test, moving along very well. Okay, any more COVID-19? COVID-19.
COVID-19.
The status of Captain Crozier, the former.
Well, that's going through the Navy, as I understand it. The Navy is going to be making decisions on all of that. And they had a break in. I don't think the ship should have been stopping in Vietnam when you have a pandemic, to be honest with you. I don't think the captain should have been writing letters. He's not Ernest Hemingway, as I said before, and he shouldn't have been writing letters. And I don't know who gave the orders to stop in Vietnam, but they stopped in Vietnam, and all of a sudden they get on, and now you have over 500 sailors and people on the ship that are affected. I don't know whose idea that was, but that wasn't such a good idea in the middle of a pandemic. Yes, please.
On this question of constitutionality, I'm just wondering what changed your view, because
Nothing changed it. No, I know exactly what you're going to say. Nothing changed it. The fact that I want to rely on states, or maybe will, or maybe have, and the fact that we've gotten, that's one thing. The fact that I don't want to use the power is another thing. Look.
from the standpoint of the Constitution,
Yes,
you thought it should be up to the governor.
constitutionally. You can look at constitutionally, you can look at federalism, you can look at it any different way. John, the fact that I don't want to exert my power is much different. We have the power. Does the federal government have the power? The federal government has absolute power. It has the power. As to whether or not I'll use that power, we'll see. I would rather, John, work with the states because I like going down to a local government. That's why I guess it's now 7 states, not 8, because South Carolina did, they went away from what we discussed the last time. So that's why I looked at the individual states. They're doing a very good job. They're really doing a very good job. I'd rather have them make the decision. Now, the fact that I'd rather have...
Y'all's really made this whole propaganda
I may not want to.
of why the world's in a cold red because y'all not respecting Donald's not talking over there.
The Democrat governors. But if governors are doing a good job and they control it better, because you don't have somebody in Washington saying, set up a testing site.
So that's a simple
parking lot of
fix.
Walmart. And we're in Washington, and they're in a state that's very far away. That's really, it should be, and it should have always been. And I've
Oh
always
my
said it was.
goodness.
But the relationship we have now with the states and governors is very good. And we'll be announcing over the next very short period of time exactly what we're going to be doing. Okay, a couple more. Go ahead.
On coronavirus and Joe Biden, he's the presumptive Democratic nominee. Do you have any plans yet on when you'll start sharing, or when the White House will start sharing some of that information about the coronavirus? Or President
Well, nobody's called about coronavirus from their standpoint. Look, they had the H1N1, which is swine flu, and that was a big failure. It was a tremendous failure. They had a lot of failures. You take a look at the history, and 17,000 people died. And you talk about late. They were so late. They were late like it never even existed. That was a big problem. Caused a lot of other people a big problem. So, if Joe Biden would like a briefing, I'd certainly get him a briefing. I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, briefing.
Are Jill and Ivanka serving on the new task force, and how are you going to balance?
No, they're not. Yes, go ahead, Chris.
Clarify. So in earlier conversation, there was a description of multiple different councils or task forces. Can you just explain exactly what the structure
Well,
is?
you have
Who's
Mike's
working
task
on it?
force, which is the White House task force, which really brought us up to this point brilliantly, I must say. Dealt with governors all the way through, and I was on many of those calls, and every call got better and better and better. It was today's call was a very good call, very friendly call. I think everyone's online. And again, you don't have anybody driving you crazy saying they're not getting ventilators, they're not getting all of the different things. They need more beds. They have a lot of beds right now. And we always erred. I think it's important for you to know. We always erred for the sake of giving more. Even when we didn't think New York needed
Oh
beds that
my
they asked for. We didn't
goodness.
think they needed the ventilators that they asked for. And we were right. Now, on ventilators, we're ready to march. I told you this. We're ready to march. We have 10,000 ventilators. We're ready to move them anywhere in the country where we need them, if we need them.
Whoa.
That's going to be used at some point. I believe, we're going to have stockpiles, including state stockpiles, if they want to work out some kind of an arrangement with us. But we're also going to have
Niggas
other
got
countries, whether it's Italy or Spain or other France.
me
some
all
people,
the way fucked up.
desperately need
Oh
Germany to
my
need ventilators. So
god.
we're going to have a lot of ventilators. We have a lot. You heard the numbers. We have a lot
Niggas
coming
got
next
me
week.
all.
Next week,
Donald
ventilators
is
are
not
coming. Okay, final
talking.
question, Steve.
Y'all got me all the way fucked up. I'm just keep it
No,
1,000
but
with
then
y'all.
we have, in addition to that, we have a number of committees.
I'm
We'll
just
have
gonna
a
keep it a
transportation
zillion
committee.
with
We're going
y'all.
to have a manufacturing
Y'all got
committee.
me
You'll see it tomorrow.
all
We're also
the way
having a
fucked
religious
up.
leaders
Like
committee. We have a great group of
y'all
religious
got
leaders. We're
me.
having committees with religious leaders. You've been seeing what's going on in
You
churches.
guys got this shit
And,
all the way
We're going to have a
backwards.
faith leaders
Bitch,
committee.
1 plus
So
1
we have-
equals
we're going
2.
to have a
Okay?
few committees. I'll
1
call
plus
them
1
committees,
equals
And
2.
then ultimately we're going to make decisions. So we're going to make decisions fairly quickly, and I think they're going to
Okay?
be the correct
You're
decisions.
welcome.
Form the economic task
You're
force
welcome.
tomorrow. When do you want them to
You
do
feel
the
me?
recommendations?
You're welcome.
Soon.
1 plus
And they
1
already
equals
know
2.
what
I don't
want.
need you
And
to
so
take my
when we
test.
form, when you say form,
You're
I don't have
welcome.
to give them instructions. These are very sophisticated people. These are the best
Y'all
people in
got
the
me
field. So I don't have to say, "Gee,
goddamn
we just met.
zent.
We're going to meet in 2 weeks. And
Like,
here's what
y'all
I
got me
I said, here's what I
so
want. We've already told
bent. I
And
don't know
the best names in the various
what
businesses
the
and
fuck to
professions
say.
and religions. I mean,
Y'all
these are
got me
the greatest
all
names
the
of people that I
way
think probably
turned
know
up
the best.
right now.
So we've called them. and
All
we're going to be
you
speaking
have
them
to
very
do
soon, and we want them to have, if it's
is
questions
stop.
or statements, we want them to have.
How long
that
has
for
Donald
us.
Trump been
And
in
we will have
office?
either response or maybe.
I need y'all to
ideally, we're going to be
stop
learning from them, and we'll be able to do that and put everything we learned from those calls into our new guidelines. So we're going to have new guidelines
Okay.
coming soon. I think it's going to be very
I
good.
need y'all
think
to
it's
shut
going
the
to
hell
be
up.
Very smooth, and I hope it's going to be very safe. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stanley Shera is a friend of mine for a long time. He's a great real estate person. Passed away, was a great real estate person. Great. Sort of a legend.
So
in New
you
York real
see
estate.
that
He called me
Donald is
a
not
couple of weeks
talking.
ago, said he's tested positive.
And y'all think
Stanley's
that
in
y'all
his,
going to mess up the
early
service
to mid 80s, I guess. And
of
Stanley went to the
clairvoyance
hospital,
between
and he never came out. He went into a coma.
him
He was unconscious for a long period of time, and he never made it.
and
A
you
great man. He
think
left very charitable, really a great philanthropist, a very, very successful.
I'm trying to
person
figure out
in
how the
the real
fuck
estate business. So I got to know him
all
a
these
lot.
other
He was,
guys
so excited when his friend from
or
New York became
y'all
the
I'm
president
trying
of
to figure
the
out where
United
the
States. He was like
who all
like
of the White
a
House
young
went.
boy.
Now
And he was
y'all
not a
acting
young
like
boy,
it's
but he was like a young
zombies
boy.
and
He was
Resident
so
Evil. It's
excited.
okay to die.
He thought we're
What
doing
happened
such a
to
good
not
job, and
wanting
he
to
was so
die from
happy.
the
And
hoorah of the White House?
he was very proud of what we've done in this
What
administration.
happened to that?
But he
That's
was
what I'm
tested
trying to figure
positive,
out.
And unfortunately, he.
Why are y'all treating the
he didn't
White
make
House
it.
like it's
It's a very, to
goddamn
me, it's
the
a very sad thing.
Boondocks?
Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome, bitch. That is amazing. What happened to the hoorah of how deadly and top of the art? And it's not that top of the art, but if someone can get through that, and it's the top of the art, they is amazingly fire. Go. Where did that go? Why is Donald up there not talking, showing state-of-the-art security? And y'all acting like we about to hear like proud family, proud family, you made me wanna holler, you made me wanna scream. I'm trying to figure out if and he's not cool with y'all like that. No, y'all need to treat the main person. First of all, what happened to the hate for Republicans? I'm like, y'all just erased all the shit in the history of presidency because you got what? Y'all must be threatening Donald up there like a mug, like, we gonna make that boys kill him. That's the only thing I can think about. We gonna make that boys kill Donald. Cause where the hell what happened to the security of knowing someone got headshotted? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What happened to? I'm watching the White House and they is asking questions like, "Oh, I can be president then." What the fuck? Donald straight up tell you ain't about to let anybody just talk with him, and his voice is as potent. But respect to that voice, and y'all making it sound like if you get that voice, y'all could be up there talking, moving your mouth too. I'm just happy we know Donald's not talking, you feel me? Because, now it's just the whole fog of attitudes, you feel me? They're giving Donald, and he's the security, so, the president isn't getting no attitudes. But indirectly, the president is getting attitudes because Donald is the president, you feel me? He just has his way of going about it to make the presidency as advanced as when Adolf Hitler was supposed to come and be one with the president. But it was, I'm not even going to talk about how many times I explained that history, and now people got ways to wigwag it. But the thing is, the person talking for Donald obviously has been in the White House, you feel me? Has something to do with the protection of the White House, obviously, you feel me? Oh, it has a lot to do with the protection of the White House, the person talking for Donald. And Donald is being security of the protection for the White House. So, first of all, I'm kind of like, I'm listening. I'm seeing Donald up there, and I'm seeing well, I'm seeing the attitudes of those stereotypical people when Donald is calm up there. So, I'm looking at him, you feel me, try to throw his words off, and I was just like, we're not getting nowhere. And then I started noticing, like, when you interview somebody and you talk to them, you can tell when someone lies, and that's usually what president goes to the podium to do. Like as the other presidents, you could tell when they lie. You feel me? It was like you feel me? Not a game, but you feel me? That's how they started treating it. Like, so you could tell when they lie and what's been withhold, and it's like nothing's withhold. So it's just like, okay. So then I was like, why? I was like, why did they stop looking at that? They're not withholding anything. Ask questions in the space. You feel me? Where things haven't been answered. You feel me? Y'all asking questions when things are answered. And the whole space of this been answered, and the White House keeps a tally on everything that's been answered. And if you want to go back, you can. But you feel me? That's your wasting of time. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go to the space of what's not answered, because yes, he's coming live because y'all are saying coronavirus hasn't been answered, but he said he wants to exhaust all resources, and people know presidents can time travel, and y'all are looking at y'all dead ass looking at him like he's not going to tell you they're doing a great job with the situation, because he's not about to get immature with y'all and be like, look, it's cured, it's people hurting theyself. You feel me? He's not going to do that. He's going to say we're doing a great job with it. So exhausting all resources, and you feel me? What did they call it? What, the mark of the beast type shit? You feel me? A proof that coronavirus been cured is out. So he's up there saying we're booting people for trying to go backwards and cause another virus. Because I already elaborated on it, and you can see the answered questions as I have my own stupid ass person tallying up the minority of stupidity. So, you feel me? No, y'all not asking questions in the spaces of unanswered questions. Y'all going back into the whole space of, well, it's like this. You either get booted or you die. I can't help you if you don't put yourself on the frequency of noticing we handled it, because you want stimulus checks from the one talking. But you gonna call Donald broke and need the White House to survive. So, Donald wasn't talking. I'm trying. I feel like I'll be cocky if I do the math and tell y'all that I think I know who was talking. So, I feel like to stay from immaturity was just leave it at Donald wasn't talking. Like, and he's telling people that. So the minority of stupidity is just, y'all not part of the community. It's just that simple. And it's just like, it'll be something if someone was juggling something, right? And they told you they can only juggle 4 things at a time. And then you said, juggle 5. You'd be like, oh, I think you can juggle 5 now. Right? And you told them, I can only juggle 4. You feel me? Now, you feel me? That's disrespectful. But it's still disrespectful to look at someone that's not showing you that side. They're not showing you that shine, nor are they giving you shade from it. You feel me? You just can tell they can juggle a lot. And then when they get back to where they're fam or who they can open up to, they'll be like, I'm going to try to juggle more. You can just tell that's what they'll tell someone they're cool with. So you start bothering them. Talking about, oh, I see you did juggle all the answers. But here's another synonymous answer to juggle. I seen you juggle all the answers. And it's just like, why didn't y'all do that shit with them other people? And you staring at that he would tell people he's open to he can juggle more. He's not going to tell. First of all, you're not going to go up there and tell people that want him to collapse that he can juggle more. Y'all just see that he might be able to juggle more. So y'all keep coming with BS. Because once again, what Donald did was perfect. Because what he really did was solve Judgment Day out of the Bible. Because people say Judgment Day is coming. People say, you feel me? And it really just means karma. You feel me? Your karma is coming. But Judgment Day is when you filled your debt of karma up. So it looks like, and you just choose to call Moses not the Pharaoh. But it doesn't matter because, you feel me, that was the last thing that was going to spill over everything and give you Judgment Day. So, all the other to show you that presidencies are a cycle. All the ones that wasn't part of the cycle of presidency had Judgment Day attacking them. And Donald Trump came in and strewed it away. You feel me? He's up there, Republic, we the people. And y'all are trying to find a Judgment Day on Donald. And the thing about it is, like I said, how he solved Judgment Day is because he's been walking around not talking. You feel me? So as an adult and being a republic with Second Amendment, having to tell people that doing this will make me shoot you, you feel me? He made a silence, common sense of clairvoyance in everybody's head. You feel me? So he said he was going to be a president some time ago. He probably time traveled from when he was the president and just talked about it and just did the walk to it. And, goddamn, goes up there and y'all is like, Donald Trump is talking shit, but he right. Donald Trump is not talking. He's telling y'all, he's telling y'all, I'm a threat, but I'm a responsible threat. So y'all like, oh yeah, Donald Trump, he talking that shit, he's saying some real shit. But all y'all looking at is all the taps to make sure you respect personal space. And it's been how long now that I have to just go online and see if ain't nobody notice. And I noticed nobody, you feel me, nobody out of the ones that wish bad on people. Not to give them I don't give no one the benefit of the doubt, so I don't even want to say didn't notice. Stop playing. So, I had to go live to explain Donald's not talking because y'all keep playing and you know it. Oh my goodness. Oh my. I was just hoping when I said Donald wasn't talking, I hear a gasp, but it was just like, yeah, and so? Bitch, what you mean, and so? I said Donald's not talking. It was a whole and so. So why y'all starting shit with Donald? I should be hearing what the fuck the person talking isn't doing. How are we supposed to do that? What the fuck you mean? Stop saying Donald's talking and he told you he's not. What the fuck do you mean? How are we supposed to do that? That's how bad this fucking clout is. Damn. That's how bad this motherfucking clout is. I'll see. The whole thing is, Donald would have a fucking sea of going with what the fuck y'all going with if he told y'all, treat it like it's my voice. No, this nigga straight up told y'all, the person talking, we are one, but as, guess what? Someone tries to, pop. So, Donald's up there straight up telling you he's security for the best guy for the job. And he's slick. That's what his whole body language says. He's not up there with a whole, let's finesse the one that's really talking. Nor is he saying, He's saying, I agree. You feel me? That's all. Oh my gosh. I'm just so flabbergasted at what I'm hearing after establishing Donald is not talking. So, we have one of the most advanced species as the president. And you ungraduated, someone give me hints. So you fake your graduation as people. Been wasting Donald's time. You broke ass minority who gives a fuck if he admits the truth. Ass people are wasting Donald's time. I'm just shocked I said Donald's not talking and the people's like, and so. And. Boy, let me get off of this. Hold on. I'm about to roast y'all asses. I just got to roast. I got to roast because why are y'all giving Donald problems? Do you not get what I'm telling y'all? Donald is straight up telling y'all, I will go to the man that's talking. But y'all are giving the one that's confirming that the one is talking is for the community problems. You giving the one confirming the one that's talking for the community problems. So once again, we got an advanced, intelligent individual that obviously who's talking works 24/7. And then goes on live when y'all need a fucking animated hieroglyph to stop disrespecting the president. And y'all waste his time. The only problem, you feel me? I just watched. Everything is answered, but y'all being booted. So that's what slang of coronavirus is. Y'all minority need to be booted. Bill Gates shit. All I know is All I know is, man, all I know is a lot. And that's a advanced, intelligent, mature, grown-ass man up there letting another man speak for him while he be the accountant. That's more responsibility, but it can go both ways because he's up there trying. So what he really did was he saved who's speaking from him from the propaganda of policies. And he's in the White House clearing off all the policies. So he go up there and y'all want to talk shit because y'all wanted the one that speak. Y'all thought he was going to be up there as security. The person talking was going to win. And then they was going to switch sides or some shit. I guess that's what y'all thought was going to happen. But what happened was he's the security and accountant of the policies. So all the shit that y'all thought was going to ban in the one talking, you got on the security to follow common law. And y'all keep bringing up the Constitution because y'all trying to figure out what is the joke. Yeah, y'all the joke. Y'all try to hold back an intelligent person. And Donald Trump is being an example by making sure the one talking gets respected as the Republic. You know how powerful that is? So Donald Trump is sitting at his desk, can clear off all laws. This is how much work is done that y'all could talk about, but y'all keep talking about bullshit. Can clear off all laws that's not adjacent to common law, but it's y'all karma for wasting his time and trying to waste. So this is what happened. All these other people been in the White House, fucked up the whole policies, and y'all try to do a Hollywood thing to someone in reality, or life isn't greener on the other side. So what y'all try to do is y'all try to make someone that you try to get the most independent, working hard, manifesting person to be banned in the White House and watched for what they do. To mock them about shit that's been handled. And Donald took that as a great place to walk inside the White House because he's that intelligent. It's just when it's his time to talk, he would not let someone hold his voice down. And that's what Donald's doing with that voice. He's making sure they don't hold that voice down. And because all y'all can do is play stupid and blame the one confirming everything. The whole thing is that whole energy is how advanced the world is in trying to elevate to that point. So you feel me? Coronavirus been out. If you feel me, the world is at this level of elevation. So now once again, it's just a slang to people that know they're going to go too crazy and be booted out the world, like they're getting booted out before it's elevated. Because this is goddamn amazing. Like, I am. And the thing is, how y'all know that y'all are not even ignorantly stupid? Y'all are vastly attention span short, stupid. Is that y'all see that the voice that's talking for Donald Trump, flew past y'all. So y'all joking with the president like, hey. That's how the cookie crumbles, right? Yeah, the person talking through Donald Trump is so far advanced with this shit. Y'all think that sitting in there is a fucking lobby and you have to finesse talk your way out the lobby. That y'all look about dumb as fuck. You feel me? Y'all got all your questions y'all wanted to ask when he was coming into office, and now y'all just in there like it's a lobby. What the fuck? That's how I know y'all never invented anything. Don't want to invent anything. Want to watch movies where fat people are, but life is never gonna be like that. Y'all already know that's how much, that's where your attention is. So you already know the statement. And like this is he's probably gonna go live tomorrow. All y'all have to do is say, tell me the energy of the White House. Then we're gonna hear the voice. What do you mean? And you're like, well, I feel like off of the donation and friendliness of hearing that y'all reached every state, and every state is getting a break from the stupidity of people not wanting to admit coronavirus has been cured and we can move on with the community. So we're invertly moving on with the community while people's getting booted. Has to let someone home with their check plus another check. And because of the minority of stalkers and stupidity, we're not going to get the in-name check, the in-house check that you don't have to sign out to make sure you're safe. Because that's what signing papers really mean. Are you safe? Yeah, I'm safe. Here I am. But because people want that confirmation to stop other people from reaping what others sow, so they can snitch on somebody in the air, like, oh yeah, he did that. Like I said about wanting the person whose voice it is to come in to trap them or some shit. So since he didn't come in, I try to impeach the security of the voice, and got your asses dealt with like on some Rick and Morty shit. I read that shit. I was like, you know when something slang, I read that shit. It said, did something. I was like, that is not what happened. First of all, it was a whole gasp in the minority trying to talk like, yeah. Like a gasp of fear. You feel me? And it wasn't a goddamn sigh. It was a goddamn, yep, that gasp was right. That's all I'm going to say, man. I'm about to get off this shit because Donald wasn't talking and y'all knew. Okay? Y'all knew that. Y'all knew that shit. And the person talking sound like they get to everybody as soon as possible. So I'm living a world. I'm living in a mirage that Donald's talking over there. And wherever Donald's talking at isn't another exclamation mark on what has been done in the... You know what? Y'all knew.